God bless you guys. This is Sean here from Faith Brings Change. I can't say Merry Christmas because I don't celebrate Christmas, to be honest with you. I'm going to share this little dream experience I had here. Of course, I used to celebrate Christmas like everybody else, but it's just the traditions and everything. And I know people say it's about the birth of Christ, but you go and watch a few videos, you know, it's the harlot's son born on this day, and the kind of atrocities and evils that were born on this day. It's like a big whack in the face. And Jesus told me, people who celebrate Christmas are really celebrating their own death, because the death of Christ is going to be reenacted to the people that are in these kind of things, if they're in sin or of any kind, if they're not out of it at that time. You know, the end of the 3.5 period after everybody has to go through that, Jesus said, but if we're out of sin, he'll lead us out of our houses early December of that year, you know. That's going to be when everybody sends each other gifts, the time after the 2 witnesses are killed, and that includes a group of people, you know, that are killed. And so they're really celebrating their own death. Christmas means Christ's death. But I want to go ahead and share this dream. I don't want to get into that, you know. It's called Get Out of Sin City Now. Very brief. I don't remember where it started. I just remember all of a sudden, you know, it's a quick dream. All of a sudden I was in this hotel room. And I don't know if you ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's a movie with these 2 drug guys. Benicio del Toro, he was in Wolfman. I think he was in the Avengers movie. And Johnny Depp. And Johnny Depp is Hunter S. Thompson. He's a writer. That was a real writer. And he wrote those kind of movies. And he writes about his drug experience and stuff. So, sorry, I'm kind of stopped up as I'm telling this. But in the movie, it's just basically a movie about how they're in Las Vegas and they're all drugged up, and Hunter S. Thompson, I guess for inspiration, you know, he plays his character. Johnny Depp plays him. He does a bunch of drugs. They do a bunch of drugs together, and God help him, I don't know what kind of doing acid and all these things, and it was just a crazy movie. Me and my friends, of course, used to love this movie. It had, in one scene, Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man. He was a scared kid in a car, just ran out in the back, you know, they scared him to death, you know, he just ran out of the car, took off running, you know, he was a hitchhiker that picked up, but in the dream, you know, I was with these 2 guys, and it's like Johnny Depp's character was laying on the bed, but the position he was laying on made Benicio del Toro think he was the way he was, Johnny Depp's character was bent over from drugs, like he was sick on the bed. The other guy was thinking about raping him, Benicio del Toro, and he put on a candle, and it was so dark in this place, this hotel room. It was so dark, guys. And he lit the candle, and then he was saying some stuff, like talking about doing something or something, I don't know, perversion or whatever, and Johnny Depp's character got mad and just slapped the candle over like he knew what he was going to do, like he was thinking about raping him. He slapped the candle went over, they went off into the other room, and I was thinking, oh my God, that candle's going to catch fire. And when the candle went down, it's like Mr. Magoo, it's like God protected them, like by a miracle of grace, that candle did not ignite with the carpet, but the fire went out when it hit the floor, or when it was on the floor burning. And I was thinking how many times the people were in sin represented, you know, because this guy was strung out on drugs, didn't know what he was doing, and they could kill themselves. They could burn a house down with whatever they're playing with. And God, by miracle grace, he prevents that from happening, you know. And they just went off. And then the Benicio del Toro's character went back in the room, and he was talking to me. And I guess I was trying to be nice because I didn't want him to do anything, because I saw how crazy his character was in the movie. You know, wanted to carve a Z in some guy, Johnny Depp's forehead, you know. And I told him when I saw 2 tanks, and I was like, oh, those are great tanks. I would have it was like aquariums, you know, and it had fish in it, you know, and it looked beautiful, but But I was like, oh, you know, I always wanted to have one of those, except when I was little, I never really fed my fish, and so it died. And he's like, that makes sense. And then he starts pouring water, Benicio del Toro's character, pouring water into that tank. Pouring water into that tank, like, I'm going to give this fish water. And I don't know why, guys. Maybe it was a seahorse thing, but it was like a horse. And when he poured the water into it, he poured too much, like overflowed a little bit. And the horse acted scared, like he wanted to get out of there. I guess you could think of a seahorse, but except you picture this was a tank. The horse was about this big, and he was trying to get out of there. And it was almost like a zebra kind. And he was trying to get out of that tank, like, get me out of here with this guy. He cannot take care of me. Like, I was thinking, oh, so he's gonna kill that person like I did when I was little. You know, that seahorse, maybe. It was literal big horse, like a seahorse. Not like in the river. I mean, this was like a horse in there trying to get out. And so it's like he was flooding that thing. That thing wasn't supposed to be in the tank. And like, get me out of here. And then after that, he was trying to he went over to the refrigerator and then came and got some food. And he was offering me, you want some hamburgers or something? I was like, no, I ate. I'm cool. I ate already. And I was thinking, I don't know where your hands have been. You know, I can't take any food from you. He's like, you don't want any food? You shoot? It was like called Mooney's Burgers, and that's a reference to a Clerks movie. I don't want to get into that, but the moon represents the body. And it's like he was taking care of the body, you know, of Christ. You know, it's like thrown in the hands of a druggie. You don't want this guy to take care of you, a poor person to take care of your body, you know, your needs. And I was like, no, I'm good. And I was thinking, I do not know where your hands have been. And that thing is on the floor. You know, there's, like you would see glazed donuts, you know, in a box. Well, instead, you see these hamburger buns in a box, and I'm thinking, this just doesn't look good, and I don't know where your hands have been, man. And I woke up and I was thinking, you know, gotta get out of Sin City, because Las Vegas represents Sin City. And so, guys, if you're in whatever you're into, I don't know, some people are celebrating by toking up, you know, on this holiday, like those two guys. Sorry, forgive me, guys, my nose is running. But they're token up on this day. And, not good at all. You know, they're people that are doing drugs and all kinds of stuff. And it represents your judgment being off. And also people celebrating in these traditions, you know, of these holidays that are bad, you know. It's like their judgment is off, you know. They've been told about the bad traditions of these things, not to celebrate them. But get yourselves out of Sin City, whatever Sin City for you is, guys. Whatever sin it is, you know, get out of it, you know. Because it's like those two guys. When you're in sin, it's like being on a drug. You don't know what you're doing. And only by God's grace do people not burn the house down, their whole lives down. The house represents a person's life, their body. And because when you're in sin, like that drug, other people suffer, you know. You have that case of that horse in the dream, drowning with water. And this is a reference to other things, you guys. These horses were drowned in the Ring movie because this woman wasn't taking good care of her daughter or whatever, and she was in love with their horses, but her daughter ended up drowning their horses and representing their flesh, you know. And so just get out of sin is all I gotta say for you guys. Sorry, I'm stopped up. I gotta I gotta get off here right now because I was petting the cats and I'm just not really good at talking when I'm stopped up like this. But I love you guys. You know, get out of Sin City, whatever Sin City is for you. But until next time, shalom.